What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today's video is going to be my monthly favorites. These are all of the products that I have been loving in the month of March and the month of February. If you guys missed it, I didn't do a February favorites, and that's because I was actually traveling, visiting some family for most of February. By the time I got back, it was like halfway through March and there are all these new releases. So I'm kind of like combining February and March in this video. So if you guys want to see everything that I've been loving in those 2 months, then keep watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, guys. And if you are new here, my name is Sophia. This is my channel, Sophia Sees Beauty, where we talk about all things beauty and makeup. If you want a little bit more beauty in your timeline, definitely hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you as a part of my community. I love doing favorites videos like this, but I also upload content every single week on all of the newest beauty releases. So please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to hear about every time I post a new video. I will be linking everything that is on my face and that I mentioned in this video in the description box down below. If you guys are curious, I am wearing the new Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2 Rose eyeshadow palette on my eyes. And then I have kind of like a combo of the new Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk highlighters on my cheeks. I have reviews for both of those collections on my channel right now, so if you guys want to check those out, I will link them down below. All right, let's get into these favorites, guys. The first item that I want to talk about is a skincare favorite. This is the Aveeno Calm and Restore Oat Gel Moisturizer. I've heard a lot of really great things about this Aveeno Calm and Restore line. It's honestly amazing. This is their gel moisturizer, but they also have a serum and a cleanser in the line. I typically like to use this as more of like my summer moisturizer because it has a gel texture. It's really just great for kind of calming and soothing the skin, providing a little bit of extra moisture. In the winter, I like to use this more so as kind of like a calming and moisturizing serum. When I went to California in the month of February, this definitely was a favorite when I got there. The air was just a lot drier, and the combination of like the dry air, the temperature, getting more sun, my skin kind of went haywire and it really was getting very flaky and very dry, and this definitely helped soothe a lot of that. So this is definitely a favorite. I kind of use this all year round. It just really depends on the climate and the temperature. Like I said, in the summer when it's more humid, this is sort of like my go-to calming, fragrance-free moisturizer. My next favorite is a hair tool, and it is this little heated brush by Amika. Basically what this is it's this cute little mini tool. It's shaped like a brush. Flip the switch on and it heats up. These little sort of like nubby bits in the middle, they heat up kind of like a straightening iron almost, except it's a little bit more gentle on your hair. It doesn't get your hair super duper straight. It just does a really nice, easy like smoothing of your hair. And this is perfect for travel. It's perfect for fitting within my drawer. It actually comes with this little travel case. I got this on the Amika website. I think that they sell a larger version of it at Sephora. So if you guys have thicker hair, my hair is very thin, so this is fine for me. But if you guys have thicker hair, I will link the bigger one down below because they sell that one at Sephora. And what I use this for is just like really easy like taming of my hair in the morning, especially since, guys, I work remotely. I'm just at home at my desk. So I'll wake up in the morning, I'll pop this on. And especially if you wake up with maybe just a little bit of like weird uneven texture or cowlicks or anything like that, and you just kind of, you don't really have time to do your hair, but you just want to smooth your hair out a little bit, I'll pop this baby on. And I did this just this morning for this video, and you basically just like slowly brush your hair and it just smooths it all out. Also, I got the mini one because it's perfect for travel. A lot of times I don't want to travel with a ton of like big hair supplies. I'm not bringing like a hair dryer or anything like that. So this is just perfect because you kind of just like, this is it. This is as much room as it takes up. And if you want to put it in the little carrying case, you can. And you can also probably fit some other items in this carrying case as well. So if you guys are looking for a really great little travel companion for maybe some upcoming trips in the spring or the summer, I would definitely recommend these tools from Amika. I also have a little mini straightening iron from them as well, which is a similar size. And I use that for kind of like taming my baby hairs, and sort of the same thing, just like quick little touch-ups for my hair. I had to go grab this next one out of my purse. This is the Clé de Peau Radiant Corrector for Eyes in the shade Ivory. You guys would have seen in the month of February, I posted a review basically comparing this against the new stick concealer from Clé de Peau, and I really just kind of go in depth around what are the differences between them, what do I think of each of them, and what I really like to use this one for is, of course, under the eyes, But even more so, I like to use this for touch-ups. Like I mentioned, I just grabbed this out of my purse. I love to keep it in my purse to basically like throughout the day or when I'm out and about, if my makeup gets a little bit worn or crusty, or if I had to wear a mask, anything like that, I love to grab this and just kind of like smooth everything out under the eyes, kind of maybe around the nose, around my dry patches. I also really like this for sort of the corners of the mouth if I'm gonna be putting on a fresh layer of lipstick. This formula is just very glowing, very radiant. It blurs like all of your sins and imperfections. It's super moisturizing. It's a cult classic for a reason. It is very expensive. So if you guys are kind of on the fence about this, definitely check out my review. I'll link it down below. But yeah, this has been such a great little like travel and purse companion. I just love it. Next up, I have all of these lip products that I have been talking about in all of my reviews, so I won't spend too much time, but we gotta give a shout out to the lip gloss and the moisturizing lipsticks. You guys would have seen I did a review of these new Dior refillable hydrating shine lipsticks and all of the couture cases. I have all 3 cases. I think my favorite one continues to be the denim. I think it's called Indigo Denim. They have these at Sephora. They keep going in and out of stock, but you can also get them on the Dior website. And these are just, you know, I keep these on my desk and I really just, I pull them, I slap them on before a meeting, I pop them in my purse. They're so easy for kind of low maintenance beauty. You know, if you just want a nice little pop of color, pop of shine. I don't have a specific favorite out of the 3 that I got, but the color that I wear the most is definitely Patchwork. It's just a beautiful warm tone nude. This is the one that goes with the most looks. These are just really great. I know a lot of you guys are looking to pick them up in the Sephora sale. If you want a bigger selection of colors though, I definitely recommend checking them out on the Dior website. That's where you're gonna get the entire color line, but they do have a lot of excellent colors on Sephora as well. You guys also heard me talk about these Dior Addict lip glosses. I recommended these in my Sephora recommendations video, especially this limited edition color called Bronze. It's just so beautiful and multi-dimensional on the lips. I did a try on and swatches of this for you guys in my mini makeup reviews video that I posted last week. These are just really all around great glosses. I think that this color Bronze, it's so beautiful for the summer. If you like something that really kind of plumps up the lips and adds a little bit of sparkle and shine, it is perfect. I also have the color Mahogany, which doesn't have any glitter. So there's glittery formulas, non-glittery formulas. These are just so perfect. They are plumping though. They are plumping. So if you don't like that plumping sensation, I definitely don't recommend these. I probably would go for like those refillable shine lipsticks. If you want something that's like a little bit of like a very nice, healthy glow, healthy shine, but you don't want the plumping. You guys know that I've also been talking about these Merit signature lightweight lipsticks. I also keep these on my desk. I kind of just mix up the colors that I wear. The color that I have really been loving lately, I wore this for you guys in a recent video. This is the color Fashion. It's just this beautiful, very sophisticated kind of pinky berry tone. And the way that I like to apply these a lot of the time, especially the ones that are not nude, they're a little bit on the brighter side, is just kind of dabbing them on the center of the lips like this and then sort of diffusing them out. So not like spreading them on straight from the bullet, but really just kind of blotting them on. And I think it creates the most beautiful kind of like soft, blotted spring summertime look. They really are just like chef's kiss perfection. I did pick up several other types of kind of shiny moisturizing lipsticks in the recent Sephora sale. I will haul those for you guys soon as I get my order. But I'm basically planning on making a video comparing all of the different like moisturizing shiny lipsticks that I have in my collection. I think at this point, the list that I have going is about maybe 10, 11, or 12 lipsticks, and they're all ones that you guys have recommended to me saying that you want reviews on. So definitely look up for a roundup video coming out sometime this month on all of the new and old shiny moisturizing lipsticks. Next up, I want to talk about some face palettes, starting off with the NARS Orgasm on the Beach palette. I know, I feel like I talk about this palette a lot on my channel and on my Instagram, but it really is one of, it's definitely my favorite product that I have from NARS. I don't have a ton of NARS, but this is hands down my favorite. It is also one of my favorite blush palettes, blush formulas in general. One of the reasons for that is not only does it have a fantastic formula because it's got this very smooth kind of baked gelée like formula finish to it, but also because it just has such a great array of spring and summer shades. Whenever I'm going somewhere a little bit warmer and I want something that's very easy, gives a very airbrushed look to the skin, I always dip into this palette. I also love to use this palette as eyeshadows. I use it all over the eyes, especially because they give you this very like bronzer blush hybrid right here. That's great for putting like all over the crease and dusting onto the cheeks, and then you can always go into these brighter colors in the center of the eye. I took this with me to California and I was using it nonstop. Pretty much every vacation I go on, I bring this palette. And this morning I woke up to a bunch of Instagram messages saying that this was 50% off. So I'm gonna see if I can find it. I know at one point it was on sale at the NARS website, and then it's on sale at a couple of other places as well. So I'm gonna find out where those are, and I will link them down below because technically this is limited edition, but it seems to be sticking around. I really hope that they continue to launch more palettes in this formula. The newest Afterglow palette, it's a really great formula. I did a review and kind of a comparison of the two here on my channel, but it's not the same formula as this one. This is a very luxurious baked gelée formula. You guys got to get your hands on this. Similarly, I dipped back into my Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a palette. This is the color Glowing Beauty. There's two shades of this. I know that they're still available on the Charlotte Tilbury website. This is so basic. I know these are the most basic colors, but it's so, so good. When I first got this, I wasn't so sure because I was getting the darker of the two palettes, but this definitely works for me. The bronzer is a little bit on the dark side, but all I have to do is use a light hand, and just like all Charlotte Tilbury bronzers, it just blends out like a dream. This is definitely like a go-to travel companion for me. All of the shades work really well. Unlike a lot of her other Instant Look in a palettes, this particular one has her setting powder right here. So I like that she mixed it up. So you're getting 3 eyeshadows, a bronzer, blush, highlight, and the setting powder. You really can get a full look. The packaging is also really, really beautiful. Love this from Charlotte Tilbury. And every time I travel, I like to grab this and take it with me because I always know I'm gonna get a really easy, beautiful look. I wanna give a shout out to the Oden's Eye Hella palette. This is the palette that Oden's Eye created in collaboration with Angelica Neekfish. She is one of my favorite YouTubers. If you guys love color and like colorful makeup, colorful eyeshadow, or you just want to see like someone that has amazing artistic talent, you definitely need to follow Angelica. I will link her channel down below. So this is the palette that she created with Oden's Eye, and when I first saw this, I thought, you know, probably not for me. It's got a lot of greens. It's very green, but when I saw the swatches of this palette, I just couldn't believe how beautiful and how unique these shades were. You definitely can create a lot of green looks, but what Angelica mentioned is that you actually can go kind of pink and neutral with this side of the palette as well. I've created some very like subtle soft looks with the more lighter pinky colors in here, and then I've gone like full on green with the green side of this palette, and I always get so many compliments when I wear it. The shimmers are just so buttery and reflective, and you're also getting like maybe two or three duochromes in this palette as well. The formula is really good. I had not tried Oden's Eye before, but I really wanted to, and this was definitely the collab that kind of got me over that line to try the brand. So really want to give a shout out to this palette, and I especially want to mention it now because it's limited edition. It's not going to be around forever. Yesterday when I checked, this palette was still available. They recently did a restock maybe about a week or two ago, so I will link that down below if you guys want to try Oden's Eye, or if you are interested in these kinds of color tones. I definitely recommend this palette. It's just so fun and such a delight to use. I had a really fun time using this throughout the past 2 months. I also have found myself really reaching for some of my smaller palettes, like my Tom Ford, my Dior, my Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know what it is. I've just been in kind of like a more luxury, smaller palette mood. So I do want to give a shout out to all of my Tom Ford quads that I've reviewed for you guys over like the past couple of months. I've definitely been loving the Tom Ford Metal Lust quad. I know that one keeps going out of stock. I really like the new Tom Ford Eye Color Cremes. I recommended these to you in my Sephora recommendations video, and you guys are probably tired of hearing it, but my favorite one is Tiger Eye. This is the one that I use the most. It's the most wearable. I just feel like you get such a nice, soft, subtle kind of like peach and bronze shimmer. This really makes me feel like it's summer, even though it definitely is not here in Boston. It's like barely even spring right now at the beginning of April, but I really just want to give a shout out to these because I really, especially in the month of March, I have just felt myself really reaching for them over and over, and this one in particular really gives me the most like I want it to be warm vibes. You guys are probably also tired of me talking about the Wayne Goss blushes that he recently launched in his spring collection. He came out with 2 blush and highlighter duos and 2 matching lipsticks, and the whole collection is so good. I have a full review here on my YouTube if you guys want to see more like in-depth swatches and comparisons. But my favorite thing from the collection is this, which is the blush and highlighter duo in Desert Blossom. These are the perfect colors for me. They're the perfect colors for my skin tone. This is kind of like a nude light pinky blush, and then this very gorgeous pink champagne, almost like rosé highlighter. None of this is too pink. None of this is too nude. It really is a mix between peach and nude. They're so finely milled. They just go onto the cheeks like butter. And with Wayne Goss, he really tries to make sure that this works for men and women of all ages. It's gonna look good no matter if you are, 23 or if you are 63. Like, these products are just so good. I've really been enjoying his collection. I would say this is the most used blush and highlighter that I've used over the past couple of weeks since I've gotten the launch. I cannot lie, guys, another highlighter that I've really been enjoying is the Chanel Camellia highlighter. I also did a review of this on my channel. This is just so beautiful. It has kind of like a similar tone to the Wayne Goss Desert Blossom, but this formula is definitely a little bit more subtle, a little bit more of like an airbrush look. I mentioned in my review that I think the most similar formula to this is probably like the Guerlain Meteorites or maybe like an Hourglass highlighter. I think the Wayne Goss is definitely a little bit more punchier and blingier, which I enjoy. With this, I really like to use my Sonia G Smooth Buffer and just kind of really buff it into the skin. Again, I do a demo for you guys in that review if you are interested in seeing what it looks like on my skin tone. I also have a reel on my Instagram, so you guys can kind of check that out if you want something a little bit shorter. But yeah, this is just so stunning. I don't think that it's necessarily worth the price. This was like $100, maybe it was $90 plus shipping. It's really so expensive. And as you can see, it doesn't really take that much time for this beautiful pattern on here to wear out if you're using it a lot, but it is really good. I have to recommend it. Like, I can't deny that this has been a favorite. I've been using this nonstop alongside the one from Wayne Goss. This is kind of like the tone that I've been going for this spring. So I definitely recommend it. If you have the coin to spend, this is a really special highlighter. Next up, I've got 2 bronzer favorites. The first one are the Guerlain Terracotta Light bronzers. Once again, I did a review of this. I've just been reviewing a lot of products the past couple of weeks, so I can't help it. I really have been loving most of the things that I've picked up, and I've been using these nonstop. They are so good. If you guys watched that review, you would know that these are kind of like a cross between a very natural bronzer and a blush. They come in 2 different undertones. You could get the cool and you can get the warm. My favorite is the shade Light in the warm undertone. I just reach for this a little bit more because I love the peachier tone. The cool tone one is a little bit more pink, and the warm tone one is more of like this peachy vibe. This is so beautiful. In fact, many times what I'll do is I'll put a layer of one of my other favorite bronzers, maybe the OG Guerlain Terracotta or the bronzer that I'm going to show you in just a second, and then I'll go in with this on top almost as like a bronzy blush to basically take what I just did and just like warm it up a little bit and make it a little bit more natural. You can really kind of buff this into the cheeks. I also showed you in my review how you can use these as eyeshadow by just kind of like dipping into the different little compartments that are right here. I know that they used to have a different version of this that was more of like a starburst pattern, but they completely redid these to basically make it it easier to like pick up all of the colors. Basically, they determined that this pattern is the best if you just kind of go in with your brush to really pick up every single tone a lot more easily, as opposed to kind of like having to go like this in that starburst pattern. So I think that that is brilliant. In addition to the different undertones, they also have light, medium, and deep. So definitely check these out. These are also available in the Sephora sale. So I was really excited to see these come to Sephora, and a lot of you guys have told me that you've been picking these up. Next up is another bronzer favorite. I know, I love bronzers, guys, and this is the Victoria Beckham Bronzing Brick. Now, I got the shades 01 and 02. I do plan on doing a review of these guys, but just be patient. I know there's a lot of new releases that are coming out, but I really want to show you guys a comparison against all of the shades. But I do want to tell you right now, these are good. Like, if you haven't picked these up, they were recently restocked. I was waiting very patiently for my shades to be restocked, and they're just so stunning. Everything from the shades to the formula to this fantastic like ultra luxe weighty tortoise shell and gold packaging. The main thing to note about these is that you're basically getting two different colors in one. I like to sometimes use the lighter one kind of all over the face, and then I'll go in with the darker one a little bit more where the sun hits to kind of intensify the bronze. You can also use one of them as contour if you want kind of like a bronzer sort of look. And these are definitely a matte formula. It's a very finely milled matte formula, unlike the ones I just showed you from Guerlain, which have a little bit more of like a luminous finish, because there's just a little bit of shimmer in there, not glitter, just shimmer. But these are matte. These are definitely a very matte formula. So if you're somebody that's looking for just something that is a little bit more flat and basic, these are gonna be great for you. I've been using these nonstop ever since I got them, just like the ones from Guerlain. I basically like to put this all over my face, and then I'll go in with the Guerlain Terracotta Light on the cheeks. I'm also going to fit in a quick lifestyle favorite, and that is my new label maker. Some of you guys probably saw on Instagram, I got this cute little label maker off of Amazon. I'll link it down below. And I've been using this to basically organize my makeup collection. I recently did a declutter of my makeup and have just been kind of reorganizing everything, so it's a little bit easier for me to find the things that I need, especially when I do reviews and comparisons for you guys. And this little label maker has been a game changer. I don't know why I didn't have a label maker before. Like, I'm a very organized person. I kind of love doing declutters, low key. I love doing purges and just reorganizing my closets and my drawers and all of those things. And so basically I've been using this to create little labels for all of my eyeshadow palettes and my blushes, because I kind of like stack them vertically. So it's nice to have a little label there to be able to find where everything is, especially if you're someone like me and you have like 9 Dior Quints or like 8 Tom Ford quads, and you're like, which one is which? And I'm getting older, guys, and I like can't really see the font super clear. So this has been an absolute lifesaver. If you guys have like a bigger makeup collection like me, this is definitely a game changer if you want to just get a little bit more organized and make it quick and fast for you guys to find what you need maybe in the morning when you're getting ready. Before I get into a couple of the fails that I had during the months of February and March, I do want to just call out a couple of luxury fashion favorites, starting off with bags. So these are the 2 bags that I've been wearing nonstop over the past couple of weeks. I recently moved into my Loewe puzzle bag, but before I did that, these were the 2 bags that I was wearing the absolute most. The first one is the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs Mini backpack. This is just the perfect travel bag. It really fits a lot of things in here. I love to bring this on planes with me. I can kind of put it in my larger backpack, kind of like my travel to me backpack. It mashes down flat, so it's really easy to put in maybe like a carry-on or a suitcase. It's very, very durable because you're getting that Louis Vuitton canvas, of course. And the way that I like to carry this is typically just like with the top handle like this, or with this extra strap that I purchased from Louis Vuitton. This particular strap doesn't come with the bag. The bag comes with kind of like more thin like backpack straps, but I actually don't wear this as a backpack at all. I just carry it. I'm a top handle girl, guys. I normally carry it like this, or I wear it with this thicker strap, and I really just love the look of this thick strap with the Palm Springs Mini. I also love to decorate this bag with different little bag charms. You guys will see I have this new bag charm that I hauled for you guys in like one of my recent luxury hauls. I got this from Louis Vuitton. It's basically like a limited limited edition little keychain that came out around the holiday time. This is just such a practical little travel bag. I took this traveling with me. I took it on the plane. I took it to the San Diego Zoo. Basically everywhere I went, this came with me. It's like a nice little sort of street style look. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. I just highly recommend, if you guys have any questions about this bag or any of the bags that I talk about here on my channel, definitely just DM me on Instagram or leave me a comment down below and be happy to answer any of your questions. In more of like a slightly dressier direction, I also have been wearing my Gucci horsebit bag. I love this. One of the reasons why I bought this bag is because I wanted something that would be white, like good for spring and summer and match with everything, but be incredibly, incredibly durable. I don't want to have a white bag and I'm like afraid to wear it because I'm going to get it dirty, because you guys know it's like if you're wearing jeans, you don't want the dye to get on your bag. If you're like me and you wear makeup every day, you go at it with like your foundation hands, and like I want to be able to wipe my bags clean if they are a lighter color, and this is just such a perfect like fuss-free bag. It opens up like this. It just has like a little leather and canvas lining. It fits all of my essentials in it, and what is also really cool about this bag is that it comes with 2 straps. So it comes with this very chic matching white strap. This bag also comes in other colors, not just white, so I'll mention that too, but I prefer the white because, once again, I got it for spring and summer. So it comes with this matching leather strap in the white. So if you want something a little bit more classy, a little bit more dressy, you can go with this. And then it also comes with my favorite, this awesome stripy strap. This is so Gucci. I love the look of this. I like to kind of dress up a bit of like a street style look with like black joggers and maybe a little tank and my Gucci baseball hat. I think it gives a very like chic, all around luxury, very sort of bougie street style look. I love the look of it. So yeah, this is perfect for travel. It's very fuss free and it just has a very classic Gucci look that you can dress up or down. I also have a shoe favorite. These are oldies but goodies, and these are the Chanel espadrilles in the black color. I have 3 pairs of Chanel espadrilles, but unfortunately, because I live in Boston, it's not always the best climate to be wearing espadrilles. It really sucks. I wish there wasn't as much like cold and rain and snow where I live. I feel like these are perfectly designed for like that dry California weather, because these are espadrilles, right? Like they're not the most durable shoe, but these are super comfortable. They're buttery soft. And I wore these nonstop when I was in California to just kind of have that kind of laid back, but still like chic luxury vibe. I love wearing these with kind of like leather joggers or maybe a crop jean. You could even wear these with a dress. These are so, so good. I'm pretty sure these have climbed a lot in price since I bought these. I think I bought these like a couple of years ago and they still look great. They're still going strong. I wear these in the size, I believe 39, and I'm pretty much always like a 39 or like a US 8.5 in most shoes. Some of you guys were asking me like what size I wear, so just wanted to mention that. But yeah, these were definitely a favorite during my time in California. Lastly, I gotta give a shout out to my luxury bucket hats. You guys would have seen me haul some of these in one of my recent luxury hauls. I wore these nonstop when I was in California. It was a lot sunnier, a lot warmer. And then now as it's starting to get a little bit warmer here in Boston, I'm pulling them out again for wearing here back home. So the ones that I have here is like this little one from Burberry. If I can find any images of me wearing these like out and about, I'll try to put them up here on the screen. But we've got this one from Burberry, which is more of a, I don't know, it's kind of like a swipey like nylon material. It's like a little bit sporty. Next we have this denim one from Gucci. This one has a little bit of a wider brim. This is one that's really cute to just like put up the little brim like this and have kind of like a little sweet moment. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. You can go from a little bit more, I don't know, like street style to precious in like 2 seconds. And this one is really good if you actually want to block out as much sun from your face as possible, if you want like a little bit more shade. So highly recommend this one from Gucci. And lastly, we have this one from Telfar. Again, I got it in white because it just matches with so many things for spring and summer. It matches with the Gucci bag. I really really like dithered on about which color to get when these launched, and you guys were like, get the white one, get the white one. So I got the white one, but it also comes in brown and black. These sell out pretty quickly, but they do keep coming back in stock. I'm sure Telfar is going to be restocking them, especially as like spring and summer is coming. So I will let you guys know on my Instagram if I see these come back in stock, because I know a lot of you guys were really into this style as well. Finally, let's talk about a couple of fails that I had, and I talked about all of these in my recent mini makeup reviews video, but I'm just gonna call them out again in case any of you guys missed that video. The first one is the Kosas Revealer Foundation. Now, I really like the concealer from Kosas. It's really, really good. The only downside of that concealer is that it goes bad very quickly, just because I think a lot of these clean beauty brands, they don't have as many preservatives. So I really wanted to try out the foundation, but unfortunately, guys, you would have heard if you saw my other review, it just didn't work out for me. And I definitely tried it when I was in California in a drier climate, and then back here in Boston. And every time I used it, it just looked absolutely horrible on my skin. I think a lot of these foundations that have hyaluronic acid in them, they just don't work out for me, because it basically goes into my skin, but then there's not enough to kind of like keep that hydration in. And so then as a result, it just evaporates into the dry air and leaves my skin feeling super crusty and gross. So when it first goes on, it looks absolutely stunning, but just personally on my skin, after 20 minutes, it looks absolutely awful. And every single time my skin would be so dry and irritated. So I know a lot of people like that foundation, and I like Kosas as a brand, definitely doesn't like deter me from Kosas at all. But I think if you are interested in that foundation, I probably would only try it if you are more on like the oily skin type, or if you live in a humid climate where you don't really need to be worried about all of that moisture evaporating from your skin, if that makes sense. The other fail for me was that new Makeup Forever foundation. That also just didn't work for me. It wasn't as bad as the Kosas, but it wasn't good. It wasn't great. And unfortunately, like if a foundation isn't like good and work for me on most occasions, I just don't have enough room for it in my drawer. So unfortunately, I did return it. Also, I think the shade range was maybe like a little bit weird for me. I had the lightest color and it was very, very full coverage, so it kind of washed me out just a little bit. I just noticed it looking very dry on my skin. But once again, if you have more like normal to oily skin, I think you're really going to like that. It wasn't a bad foundation. It did look great on my skin. It was a little more full coverage than I normally like, and it was a little bit drying in my dry patches, but I've heard so many people say that they absolutely love it. So it's not that I don't recommend it. I just think if you are a dry skin type, I would probably stay away. And lastly, my last fail is the new Milk Makeup Rise Lifting Mascara. Once again, that just like didn't work out for me. None of the mascaras from Milk Makeup seem to work very well for me. They look really good when you first put them on. I enjoy the look of the Kush mascara, and this one is really good if you want something that is just like a little bit more lifting and lengthening. But unfortunately, they just don't have any longevity, at least on my lashes. After a couple of hours, I would have flaking all over my eyes. It would sort of smudge on my upper lid. It really just didn't look that good, especially for the price. It really just was not worth it to me. I have a bunch of other mascara reviews here on my channel. I'm really liking the Rare Beauty, the Cali Ray, the Shanta Kai. I love the Hourglass Unlocked mascara. There's so many other good mascaras out there that just last a lot longer on me, but unfortunately the one from Milk Makeup just didn't do the trick. So anyway, guys, those are all my favorites and a couple fails from the months of February and March. Comment down below and let me know, what have you been loving over the past month? Have you had any favorites? Have you had any fails like me? These things happen, we move on. It's just makeup, but definitely sound off in the comments down below and let me know what you have been loving this month. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, guys, and consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. I would love to have you as a part of my community. I will also put my Instagram handle up here for you as well. I'm always letting you guys, when I pick up these products, I let you know what I'm getting, what's on sale, when all the new releases come out. I let you guys know first on Instagram, so definitely follow me over there. Some of you guys DM me every single day, and I love interacting with you and answering all of your questions. So if you want to connect with me on the daily, Instagram is a great place to do so. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.